Right now, the hottest topic in the smartphone world is definitely performance-focused phones. Big batteries, solid displays, and ever stronger processors are basically standard now. The specs are stacked, but when it comes to looks, most of these phones feel rushed and uninspired. At a glance, they're almost impossible to tell apart, with very little personality. That's why, when the design of the Realme Neo 8 was revealed, it genuinely felt like performance phones were finally to care about aesthetics again. And yes, this is the Realme Neo 8. It's the first model launched after Realme's return to the Oppo ecosystem, and it's also being widely praised as one of the most visually distinctive performance gaming phones we've seen recently. A quick shout out to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from techmaiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our exciting tech content. If the design feels familiar, that's because it evolves from the Realme Neo 7 Turbo. The transparent back panel reveals a layered, three-dimensional metallic texture underneath. The detailing is still rich, but everything feels more organized and refined, avoiding that messy, over-designed look. The real highlight is the RGB awakening halo that extends from beneath the camera module. This light strip isn't just for show. It can act as a breathing light, a notification indicator, or even a visual effect during in-game skills. It can be bold and eye-catching or subtle and restrained, depending on how you set it up. Overall, the design manages to feel premium while still delivering a strong sense of flair and ceremony. Of course, the Realme Neo 8 isn't just about looks. The core highlight is its brand new 165Hz Samsung M14 OLED display, which is a major talking point. We already went deep into this screen in our previous video, so if you want all the details, feel free to check that out. To sum it up here, the panel is excellent. The calibration is spot on, easily putting it among the best in its category, and it even challenges some flagship-level displays. In fact, this is the best 1.5K screen we've tested in our lab so far. So where does a 165Hz refresh rate really shine? Exactly, fast-paced FPS shooting games. The Realme Neo 8 supports native 165 FPS gameplay in 5 major shooting titles, and we tested 2 of them. Starting with PUBG Mobile, running at 165 FPS with smooth graphics enabled, the phone delivered an average of 164.25 frames per second in a single match. That's incredibly close to a perfect lock. The smoothness is on another level, with almost no visible ghosting, something you rarely see on mobile. Throughout the test, average power consumption stayed at around 5.5 watts, and the highest temperature barely went past 40 degrees Celsius. The results were just as impressive in triangle action. With the same 165 FPS and smooth graphic settings, the Neo 8 averaged 163.77 frames per second, once again showing excellent efficiency and thermal control. The tuning for ultra-high frame rate gaming is genuinely outstanding. As for King of Glory, the game currently supports a native maximum of 144 FPS with the highest graphics settings. The Realme Neo 8 can hold a full frame rate here as well, while the body temperature stays close to normal body warmth. It feels only slightly warm in hand and remains consistently smooth during gameplay. If you feel the default performance tuning doesn't quite match your preferences, or if you like having more control over how your phone behaves, you can head into the Game Control Center and switch on GT mode. This unlocks the Geek Performance panel, where you can adjust how aggressively the hardware releases its performance. No rooting required. Slide the control to the right for stronger performance output, or move it to the left if you prefer better temperature stability. That said, I honestly wouldn't recommend most users touch the magic switch below that. But if you really know what you're doing, and the stock tuning still doesn't satisfy you, this is where things get interesting. You can manually adjust the performance limits of both the CPU and GPU on the Snapdragon 8 platform. Right now, this level of control is something you can only experience on the Realme Neo 8, and for hardcore enthusiasts, that alone makes it a pretty special device. The gaming experience on the Neo 8 doesn't stop at mobile titles. Pair it with a controller, and it basically turns into a pocket-sized PC that can run Steam games. Sounds wild, right? We've tried Steam gaming on Android tablets from other brands before, and the process was usually a headache. On the Realme Neo 8 though, you don't need to mess around with translation plugins or complicated setups. Just sign into your account, download the game, and launch it. That's it. Realme has also redesigned the interface specifically for mobile use, making the once cluttered Steam client far easier to navigate. Inside the game library, titles are neatly labeled as smooth experience, workable, sponsored, or unverified, which shows that Realme is serious about making PC gaming on mobile a long-term feature. Right now, official testing already includes at least 50 Steam games that run smoothly or are fully playable. We tested Hades 2, Tomb Raider 9 Megabunk, and Hollow Knight Silksong. All three ran well, but Silksong really stood out, holding close to 60 frames per second for long sessions. The aspect ratio, gameplay flow, and difficulty curve make it a perfect match for a phone and controller setup. Even without a physical controller, using the on-screen virtual keyboard feels surprisingly smooth. Best of all, your progress syncs directly with your Steam account, so you can stop playing on your PC, head home, log in on your phone, and pick up exactly where you left off. Honestly, it's a lot of fun. Battery life is another huge focus in today's smartphone market, and the Realme Neo 8 comes with a massive 8,000 milliamp hour single-cell battery. Even with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 5 processor and an OLED display built on Samsung M14 materials, the results are impressive. After a 5-hour battery stress test, the phone still had 61% power remaining, which is excellent for a battery of this size. With that remaining charge, it could run Genshin Impact for another hour, StarCraft for another hour, and PUBG Mobile for about 58 minutes before finally shutting down. When it comes to charging, the Neo 8 supports 80-watt fast charging. In our tests, it went from 1% to 35% in just 15 minutes, crossed the 50% mark in 25 minutes, and reached a full charge in 1 hour and 4 minutes. Considering the huge battery capacity, this performance is exactly what you'd hope for. On top of its own fast-charging tech, the Neo 8 also supports common public charging standards like UFCS and PDPPS, so topping up while you're out won't feel painfully slow. Realme also seems determined to break the stereotype performance phones automatically mean camera compromises. The Neo 8 uses a rounded rectangular camera module on the back housing a 16mm ultra-wide lens, a 24mm wide-angle main camera with a 1.56-inch sensor, and a newly added 80mm 3.5x periscope telephoto lens. At this price level, having a periscope lens makes a massive difference. In daylight, the main camera delivers sharp details and accurate, pleasing colors. Night shots retain a natural look as well. The ultra-wide camera is more than capable for everyday wide scene captures. The real game changer here is that 80mm 3.5x telephoto lens. It greatly expands what this camera system can do, whether you're shooting distant cityscapes, landscapes, street scenes, night light, and shadow shots or close-ups. While it doesn't quite hit true macro territory, the focusing distance is far more flexible than what you'd get on an iPhone. Telephoto portrait mode is another welcome addition for the Neo series, and yes, it can even clearly capture presentation slides from the back of a classroom. Beyond the cameras, the Realme Neo 8 steps things up across its overall hardware setup. Features like the infrared dual-mass X-axis motor and full 360-degree NFC may sound small, but they add up. While some flagship phones were still cutting corners last year with short-focus fingerprint sensors, the Neo 8 goes straight for an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor. Registration is quick, unlocking is instant, and even if your finger isn't perfectly placed, it still works reliably. The phone also carries full IP66, IP68, and IP69 ratings for dust and water resistance. For connectivity, it's equipped with the SE Skyline signal chip and a 5-antenna gaming system, improving signal stability across different environments and usage scenarios. Dual-frequency GPS combined with tri-frequency Beidou navigation delivers more accurate and reliable positioning. All of this brings me back to Realme's brand slogan, from design to hardware, and from hardware to the gaming experience. The Realme Neo 8 really feels like a complete expression of that idea. We won't dive again into its near top-tier 165Hz Samsung M14 1.5K display, but add to that its standout design, the industry's only geek performance panel, convenient Steam Palm mode, a fully loaded set of hardware features, and the only periscope telephoto lens in its price range, and you get a very compelling package. If you're looking for a balanced, high-performance gaming phone within this budget, the Realme Neo 8 is absolutely worth a look, especially now that it's integrated into the Oppo ecosystem, which should ease any concerns about after-sales support. That wraps up this review of the Realme Neo 8. If you found it useful, don't forget to follow, like, save, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.